The initial access is made with either a number 2 or number 4 high-speed round burr, depending on the dimensions of the tooth. A small mandibular anterior tooth would more likely be opened with a number 2 high-speed round burr. Note that the access is made at the level of the cingulum. To incorporate all the pulp tissue present in the coronal portion of the access, the preparation must include a buccal and lingual extension as seen in this lateral view of the transparent root. Clinically, you would be directed by the tissue you see when looking through your access opening. The full extension of the pulp tissue in the buccal lingual dimensions may not be readily visible, so you should take your time on this step to make sure that you do extend the access enough in the buccal lingual plane to see any oval anatomy if it exists, and the presence of a second canal if it exists. After preparing the access and placing irrigant, I used the 15 safe-sider to negotiate to the apex through both the buccal and lingual canals that are present. They went to length with very little resistance. Given the minimal resistance encountered with the 15 safe-sider, I followed that with the 20 safe-sider, first manually using a tight watch winding stroke and then in the 30-degree handpiece oscillating at 3,000 to 4,000 cycles per minute. At all levels of the canal system, I am vigorously applying the safe-siders to the buccal and lingual aspects of each canal. More coronally, where the pulp chamber is common to both canals, I also vigorously work the canal walls to remove all pulp tissue present. After the 20, I was able to jump to the 30 safe-sider using the oscillating handpiece with only mild resistance encountered. Given the narrower dimensions of these canals, I elected to limit the canal enlargement to a 35 safe-sider using the oscillating handpiece in the typical up and down motion. Note the milky nature of the irrigant demonstrating the safe-sider's ability to remove material from the canal walls. Following the instrumentation, I trial seeded fine medium points that are thinner than medium points, so they were at the proper length with tug back. After confirmation of the fit of each point, I dried the canals and coated the canal walls with easy fill epoxy resin cement using the bidirectional spiral. I seared off each point about 3 millimeters into the access preparation and neatened the work area prior to placing a permanent restoration. X-rays in the mesiodistal and buccolingual planes demonstrate a three-dimensional fill. This case was essentially done with 3 safe-sider instruments, 20, 30, and 35.